Damn, son, where'd you find this?
If I'm a one-hit wonder, at least I got one, huh? At least I got something. Really ain't me. The beat bumping, one song could change lives. Let's see something. One joke could save lives. We gon' keep coming, keep functioning. Something out of nothing. Ball-wise, I'm top 300. Get your favorite artist. I'll chop it up with mutton. If they haters, your ghost could be bludgeon. If they for real, we getting money. So check BS minus Negroes, button everything authentic. Stupid shit I did it. Punishing myself like my mom prison. No questions, no tea, not lifting. One time for tea, being broke wasn't living. One hit wonder. At least I got.
What's going on, people? Hold on a second. I don't like this one. Yeah, let's get this one right there. All right. Peace and blessings to the people. Happy Saturday. I hope all is well. It's good to be here with you again. We got some stuff to talk about, man. Shout outs to my poets, my writers, my content creators, my naysayers. This goes out to you specifically. I got a few things that need to be discussed here this particular afternoon. I got somebody in the building. I'm going to let them get their bars off. Y'all see the title. This is going to be a pretty interesting approach. I've been sitting on this for about a week, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to address this, but seeing as how I have some technical difficulties, I'm gonna have to address that real quick before I actually go into what I want to. What's going on, man? I know you got some stuff that you wanted to speak on. You're more than welcome to.
I see the title. I see the title, and I know we both got, some stuff here. So, it's been a while, but this is. I think this is a good topic to discuss today. So we're gonna take care of what we gotta take care of. We're gonna go down through there.
So I'm trying to figure out how I want to proceed. I'm a little pissed because I had a clip. Maybe I can still bring this up. Let me see. I had a clip. I'm gonna try to get it back up here. But just in case y'all not familiar, first and foremost, let me just do this. I want to give a shout out to Jade Cargil. I want to say thank you. I appreciate your candor and your acknowledgement of my post. You could have just ignored it, quite frankly. I think what you did within the response can be taken in a number of ways. I saw it as an opportunity to expand a bit more on my concerns and my issues within the company, amongst other things. And while I have my different opinions and views, just the fact that it had any highlights to it, I'm grateful for it. Uh, for those of you who are not familiar with what happened, I made a post on TikTok. Matter of fact, I'll do you, math. I'll do you a solid. I will even do you a solid. I will actually, let's see. We need to do a whole recap, just so that there is no confusion and nothing is taken out of context. This is why we are here, right here. No opinion, Jade Cargill should never have come to the main roster. She should have went to development. She should have gone through NXT before she came up. God blew this completely. And I haven't watched in years. But I can tell you, based off of what I'm seeing, no. She was not ready. You knew she wasn't ready. And for whatever reason, y'all keep pushing her and people like her faster than you need to be, when you should be taking the time out to cultivate these wrestlers, but y'all won't do it. That's why a lot of the product is suffering. Am I the only one seeing this? That is why we are here. And before I really say anything that I want to say, I want you to go ahead, man, and give your feedback, your response to the video, to the response that was given by her, or anything that you may want to add on. Critique about her, critique about sport, anything. This is your time to do so before I really go to where I intend to go.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. I mean, you do got levels that you want to go to. What I can say is, so far, that I see some of the comments. I saw the posts, and pretty much I'm gonna say this on that matter when it comes to Jade Cargill, is that, first of all, me and this brother right here, we pretty much grew up, watching that industry, that she's in, watching that business that she's in right now. So I seen a lot in the company. So, and I see the growth in women's wrestling. And what I'm gonna say, over the past 10 years, because it's 2025, and since 2015 and it's 2025, I'm gonna say women wrestling today is larger than have it ever been. You know what I mean? And I think Jade Cargill can account to that. You know what I'm saying? She sees the growth in the business when it comes to wrestling, the wrestling part. Before that, you know, we already know, we women in wrestling was nothing but eye candy. You know what I'm saying? They had bra panty matches, you know, mud bath matches, that bra, bikini contests and stuff like that. They was just for show. And the women today kind of changed that. So I just want to give a salute to where it's at today. But touching on her, in particular, Jade, I just feel like her career, if we're talking about her career, I just feel like her career had a different twist than the women stars you see today. She's from a different type of cloth. Uh I don't believe that she didn't get or receive the same opportunities as the the top women stars of today with when development and everything like that. She didn't get that same tool like everybody else, but at the same time, she's considered uh a top star, you know what I'm saying? Because of her appearance and her aura that she brings to the ring. You cannot deny that. I mean, anybody that watch wrestling can see what I'm talking about there. And when it comes to the business itself, the wrestling business itself, you know, and you're trying to book a Jade Cargill. In my mind, of course, I'm thinking of a lot of dream matches because the wrestling business is all about drawing money, people. So when you look at somebody like Jade Cargill, yeah, you're thinking about drawing could possibly draw. And I think that's the disconnect when it comes to this, situation that we're talking about today. You know, it's a lot of steps in getting superstars. I'm gonna just say superstars because we're talking male or women, but it's a lot of steps that people got to take to get people over in the wrestling business, and that's what draw money. That's what bring people in. So it's a give and take. You want to please the audience. The audience is watching. That's true, but it's the other part about it is, you know, you gotta make sure the wrestlers is uh ready and got all the tools they need to entertain the audience. So I think that's where it kind of tips off the bar right there for me. We gotta have both of them, you know, connected. You got it.
I want to address a couple things. First thing that I want to address is the comment that I had made about not watching wrestling for X amount of years. It's 2025. I believe the last time I actually watched was in 2023. The last match that I remember or program officially watching from the beginning to the very end was SmackDown. Roman Reigns beat Daniel Bryan. I was done with wrestling afterwards. I stopped watching completely. And the reason why I stopped watching, mind you, I've been watching since Bruno Sammartino, since Honky Tonk Man. My roots go deep. For those of you who are in my comment section asking me, well, why would you? Well, my commentary is based on experience. I'm not a baby to this. It's been officially 2 to 3 years since I've watched. Now, just because I haven't watched in 2 or 3 years what does that change? Do you stop learning how to, or do you stop knowing how to ride a bike if you haven't rode one in a while? Does that automatically go? Do you not write or pick up a pen for a year and just not know how to write a letter anymore? My critique goes beyond just Jade Cargill. See, when I found out during my time away from the company, I watch recaps. I see stories here and there, clips here and there. I was already made privy to the fact that she was making her way from AEW. Matter of fact, you're the one who told me about it. And the way that you spoke about her so highly, my curiosity made me want to invest. I wanted to see. And so I took time out of my life to go to AEW when they were doing their thing. I went over there and I watched. I wanted to see. And I was impressed, but not for the reasons that you guys were. I was impressed because the physical presence, the character, the gimmick, the physique. She has an it factor, and that's rare. There's not a lot of wrestlers, man or woman, who can command that level of attention or respect. It's not happening very often, especially now. One of the main reasons why I don't get down with the company as it is. When I saw her, I'm like, okay, I get it. Now, okay, she has everything on paper. I need to see what she does inside of a ring. And what I saw was not impressive. She reminded me of a Goldberg. That's what I was getting from it. Now, if you're taking the approach of Goldberg, and she's this undefeatable Amazon of a woman who can just run through a roster, and she doesn't require the usage of multiple moves to carry a match. I get that. I'm cool with that. But you're in AEW. And the question always was, would that translate on a platform where you're going to be required to have more? Your name is not going to be enough. You're going to have to be able to sell matches. You're going to have to be able to cut promos. Your in-ring psychology is going to have to be up to par. What I saw in the AEW ring was not impressive to me. Her overall stats. But I look at her and I say, give her proper coaching and put the right team behind her. Don't disrespect her career. I already have enough issues with how they treat black wrestlers. He knows it. It's documented. Go check my record, all on YouTube, how I feel about wrestlers that are my complexion. They don't give them the same level of respect. So I knew if they're going to bring her over here, they're going to have to do better with her. She's going to need Bob Holly, Booker T. She's going to need motherfuckers around her behind the scenes, helping her get her timing right in the ring, helping her know how to call matches, how to identify what and when and how to do certain stuff. You can't just throw somebody in a WWE ring that's never been used to that type of format. You're about to put her in the fire without having on protective armor. WWE has done that to many men and many women. Dolph Ziggler was one of the greatest to do what he does. But because he was too small, they didn't give him the type of love that he should have got. Jade Cargill could be the next China. Still could. I wish all the best for her. The WWE, they rush through their matches. They rush through their creative. They rush through their growing process. They rush through their character development. They rush through their championship runs. They rush through every single fucking thing that they put on TV. That is why I do not like the product. Everything is forced. Rivalries are 2 weeks. Pay-per-view, done. Rivalry, 2 weeks. Pay-per-view, done. There's no common sense within the storylines. There's no structures. They have little to no respect for the titles. There's no importance to none of them. There's no end game. There's no long-term thinking or writing with any of it. So you take my 1 minute and 20-something second video, you see it, you hear what you hear, and you pick me out of, well, I got something for you.
On Jade Cargill because she took a clean loss to Tiffany Stratton for the title.
Shoot, I didn't even know she wrestled.
Yeah, yeah. That was probably one of the shortest matches on the card, and it was,
Sloppy.
It was sloppy. I feel like she needs to go to the. I like Jade Cargill. I like what she represents. I like most of the things about her. The only thing is, I feel like she needs to go to developmental. She needs to either go to NXT for a little bit, prove herself down there, tune her skills up.
Talk about Jade Cargill for a minute and what I think about her wrestling matches. From what I'm seeing, she still has not improved in the ring. She doing the same 3 moves, and the match will be over. Like, that's my problem with her. Like, why is WWE keep giving her squash matches? Like, they need to put her in the ring with somebody that can actually wrestle, so she can wrestle. Like, we want to see, like, what can Jade Cargill do in the ring?
Progress. She's still such a raw piece of clay that's being molded into something special. And me personally, I would love to be that sculptor, as far as getting her on the right track. And hopefully if she hears this message, Jay, give me a call so we can get you down to reality of wrestling. And we can get in the laboratory. We can put the black mask on and start asking ourselves those serious questions.
And that's just 3 videos. I could have pulled up 20 more. 20 more of those. For everybody who was saying, I'm the hater. I'm the black guy going against the black woman. I could pull up 20 more of those saying the same thing. But guess what? You chose me. Of all the people who has ever criticized you, and has probably said worse, you chose me. And I know why. But see, what you did wasn't what you thought was going to accomplish what you expected. I'm going to yield the mic for now. I just wanted to give you just a little bit of history on where I'm from. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Macho Man Randy Savage, Charlotte Flair, Victoria, AJ Lee, Sable, China, the Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, the Cat. I can go on and on and on about my wrestling background. I didn't just step on the camera and start randomly talking about things I had no clue about. Nikki, I see you. I'm gonna stop right there. I yield the mic.
All right, man. You didn't cover the lot on that last stance you had. Shout out to you, Nikki. I see you. Um, okay, touching back on what you said, I got a little pushback because one thing about it is when it comes to like we are, me and you are both like historians to this business. We watched it. You might as well consider us uh legend fans. We are legends at this point. We watched a lot of product. We can tell when the product is on the high. We can tell when the product is ish. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can see with my eyes because I watch and I know when something supposed to be improved and when something can be better because I didn't seen a lot. So my pushback one, uh, you mentioned Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns. Now Roman Reigns, that's been a minute now. That was the beginning of his run. That was back in 2021. He was running, and I think that was the end of your watching career. You know, I kept on watching because that was kind of like the beginning of Roman Reigns' run, and comparing Roman Reigns to Jade Cargill or because Goldberg, that's a nice comparison. I would say Reigns was pushed, like you said. He was heavily pushed. He was chosen. Um, he was failing. Let's let's say that he was failing in the ring, but he was in the ring with some grabblers. He was in the ring with real savvy workers like a Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was considered one of the best wrestlers in the company at that time, as well as Cesaro, who goes by another name now. He in AEW, and Reigns was in the ring with some of the best workers in the company. And I think once you put something out there with the company and you select somebody like a Jade Cargill, you already put her out there in the scheme. And is when it comes to her career and her background, it's a difference with her career and then how everybody else is perceived in the company. She didn't have the same type of career as everybody else. Most of the women that you see today are coming from, like your man said in the video, and you said it too, sir. They coming from the NXT development. And understand this: when you're in NXT, you're not on none of the main rosters. In order to get that time on the camera, you gotta show up and show out. And that's what the women of the day have done to get on that roster. Jade have not had that type of career. See, Jade is different than them. Jade didn't have a beginning. If people been following Jade, her first match was on the camera. You understand? She was already in the light. She didn't have no background where she started. She don't have no indie scene and wrestling with about 10 people in the she didn't have no fucking background like that. They looked at her, they saw her character, her build. She had a gimmick with her, like you said, and they put her in that light. And what they did in AEW, They made her a damn star. Because compared to Goldberg, Goldberg didn't have the work capacity as Ric Flair or Sting or Hulk Hogan or Lex Luger. Goldberg got his name by squashing people. You understand? He was beating a lot of nobodies before he wrestled somebody. And we're not gonna leave my girl off the list. Um, she just became the longest reigning TBS champion. She just broke Jade Cargill's record. Her name is the Legit Boss, Sasha Banks. Shout out to her. Can't leave her off. I just feel like in order to wrestle good, you have to be in there with somebody that been doing it longer. And that's why I was comparing it to Roman Reigns and then Goldberg as well. He learned how to be a star because you got to be in there with somebody. And with her run, with Jade Cargill's run that she had, they protected her, but for so long. And I think the booking of protecting her is what causing her in big spot matches. Now he said on there about the Tiffany Stratton match, and I've been watching a lot of matches, so I actually was looking at that match. You might didn't look at it, but I looked at it, and I can see with my eyes, I can see the shift of the match when Jade Cargill was supposed to go over that match. I've been watching this for a long time. I can see the way the match was going. It was built for Jade to go over. Jade had a botch spot in the match. He leave the belt on Tiffany Stratton. I mean, if all the hardcore fans would know what I'm talking about, if you know wrestling, if you looking at wrestling, you can kind of see with booking that they want to go this direction, and then in that particular match they pivot. Now, before that spot even came about for Jade, they had her with Bianca Belair, somebody that was developed, somebody that had an athletic background, and she had to develop the ring psychology, like you pointed out, to be a star in the company. And Bianca Belair didn't have that at first. It's a lot of superstars today that didn't have what they got, but they learned it and they became who they became, like a Roman Reigns. You know what I'm saying? So Cargill, a project. She is and could be, like you said, the next China. And speaking of China, if you go back to China, her whole thing, she didn't have a roster this deep like Jade. Jade got a lot of shocks that she got to deal with. China didn't have that. China had maybe two or three. And her whole gimmick back then was she was in there wrestling stars. She was in there wrestling men. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to in-ring work, yeah, she can develop and get better, but understand when it comes to her career compared to others, that she really has have to get it out the mud on the go. She didn't, they like threw her out there. You know what I'm saying? And by the time she got to WWE, because we going from WWE with all the big stars at, she went from a little pond to a big pond. That's the difference. You in there with a lot of women that know how to work, that already came from NXT, and they were already built to these stars, like a Charlotte Flair, like a Becky Lynch. And on Jade's part, she already had the star level of a Charlotte or Becky, but she didn't have the in-ring, the development level like a Charlotte or a Becky Lynch. You see what I'm going with this? They had a background. Jade didn't have that. So you gotta understand people's career when you're doing critiques, because she really had to start from scratch. Seriously. Like when I say green, like on go. So most of her star power, when you're looking at a Jade Cargill, it came from those promos and those squash matches and them putting that TBS title on her and blew her up because she didn't really have an equal in that company. Move her to WWE, it's a different look. It's a different outcome. You already got established women stars and she trying to swim in there with them. You see what I'm saying? So that's the switch right there. You got it.
I blame the company. I blame everybody who had the best intentions, but in the long run, you did a disservice to this person because you essentially left them out to dry. You got them in a position where now I'm in the ring, thousands of people are watching me, and this is in real time. I'm not used to this system. You guys over here in AEW, most of you have come from other brands already. So when I hear you say, "Oh, she was over here first," I get that, but most of them folks are already legends in their own mind. They ain't going to get the respect for it, but they already have their tenure. Most of them people have been in wrestling for 15, 20 years already. So it's not like she wasn't around people who couldn't help her out, right? What you did was you handicapped her. You gave her all the Infinity Stones, but you didn't teach her how to use the glove. That's the problem.
Going down through there.
It's like, how could you give somebody powers and they're not even ready for them yet? They don't know how to use them properly. When I think of Jade Cargill, I think she about to sit up here and have one of the longest reigning women's championships ever. She's going to definitely surpass Nikki trash ass Bella shit. There's no fucking way in the world she should have ever held that belt that long. And to point out too, Sasha Banks is overrated as fuck. There's no fucking way she holds 20 titles, my nigga. 20 titles? Really? 20?
I'm saying you haven't been watching, but it's only 10. You can
I'm exaggerating. You should know.
I'm just saying.
You should know sarcasm by now, bro. She should not have that many titles. The only reason she has that many titles is because those organizations are probably not getting real good ratings. They're using her to bring some type of importance to the belts, but don't nobody really give a fuck about them belts. And on top of that, people are pissed off at her. And I know I'm going off. I'm gonna go back to where I was, but you brought her name up, so I'm gonna address it. People are pissed with her because they feel like she's not even helping the rest of the roster. She's just feeding her own ego because WWE didn't treat her like the queen she thinks she is. So she went somewhere else and everybody else is kissing her ass. But she's not as great as she thinks she is. And people are pissed off by it. Because it's like, how the hell do you come from over here, then you start going everywhere else and you just winning belts, but you're not even helping build nobody else. So all that shit that y'all be saying about John Cena and she doing the same shit. Now back to this part. I still haven't even gone into the other stuff, but I just want to say they know. I stand by what I said in the video. They did you wrong. If I was booking Jade Cargill, if I was in that, I would absolutely have said, look, you're gonna be the best to ever do this shit. But we don't need you out here looking bad. I need you to be at tip top shape. I need you to be sharp. I need you to be on your shit. You about to go over here to the fucking WWE with Charlotte and them there. I need you to embarrass these motherfuckers. They don't even like black people for real. You're going to be the one that's going to break the mold. You're going to be the one that make these niggas put respect on the black wrestling culture, period. So I'm going to need you to lock in. I'm going to have to get you with Hardcore. I'm going to have to get you with Billy Gunn. I'm going to have to get you with Stone Cold and them. I'm going to have you in the fucking Lions Den with Bret Hart and them. We can't afford to look bad in front of these white people. We can't afford to look bad in front of Triple H, Vince McMahon. They are already looking for any excuse to keep us from being main characters. So I'm gonna need you to lock in. I would have had her with the best. I don't want you out here looking dumb. I never wanted that for you. Belair is my favorite African American female wrestler. I fucks with her heavy. Naomi is dope as fuck too. She don't even get the real respect she deserves. Why do you think, because I said what I said towards you, that it came from a place of me trying to degrade you as a black woman? I want to see you shine. I want to see you better than what everybody expected. But they did you wrong. AEW did you wrong. Triple H, with all his infinite wisdom, he did you wrong too. Before you debuted officially, you should have gotten adjusted to how they call their spots in the ring and all that shit. You think I like seeing you try to jump off of the top rope and then you stumble and slip and shit, and you don't even finish the move off, and you getting put in a fucking a finishing move with Baszler, you tap out, the referee don't even understand what the fuck going on, you pin with. You think I like seeing shit like that? I don't. That shit looks bad on you and the rest of us, but it's not your fault. It's not. I yield the mic.
All right, that's a great point, because I was going to touch on that triple threat match. They had a triple threat match. I know you probably didn't watch that, but going back to Miss Tiffany Stratton, they having the booking is they having Jade Cargill chase. She's supposed to be chasing her for the title, and the triple threat came in because they brung Nia Jackson in. She was also supposed to be chasing the title. And while we on Nia Jax, let me say this: she has a history of being a dangerous wrestler. She botched the punch and broke Becky Lynch's nose before. She's been fired from the company before, and she is from the bloodline too. That Samoan dynasty. She's from that family tree. And with the booking, it made sense because you didn't want to damage Jade more than what you already have been doing with her. And it just got out that match just got like clearly out of hand. You can't, if you look at that match, you can't take your finger and just point it straight at Jade Cargill. You can't do that. Because the way the wrestling business is, and we watched for a long time, is your opponent is the ring is supposed to be like the ring general in the match. They supposed to call all the spots, whoever's the and the person that's learning, like a Jade, would follow suit. You see what I'm saying? All the best matches had that go on in the match. And Triple H, going back to him, booking this match, he was expecting a lot out of Tiffany Stratton. And Tiffany Stratton, she's young. She's younger than both of them. But Nia Jax, in this particular match, if we're talking about the triple threat match, we're going to put it all on Nia. Nia is supposed to be the ring general in this position. She knows pretty much everything. She's been in more matches. So whoever been in more matches and been in more spots, they deserve to take most of the responsibility. If you look up the match, you will see that Nia injured Jade Cargill with a blown spot, pushing her into the steel steps. It split her eyebrow wide open. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was a stunt. This is supposed to happen. Which means that was a botch because you messing up other spots that go on in the match. So she's bleeding at the time. The referees and everything trying to get Jade Cargill together. The match still going on, by the way. Then it was another spot. It was a pinfall. Nia Jax was getting pinned by Tiffany, and Nia Jax was supposed to kick out. She didn't kick out. Now, for what I was told, even back in the, we added two fans over here. If you get pinned, the referee is told that no matter what the call is, no matter what the outcome of the match supposed to be, you are to count to three. If the wrestler don't get the arm up, then that's it. That's on them. That they gonna get chewed out for that. So the referee, black chick Daphne, she knew the outcome of the match, man. So she counted one, she counted two, and then on the third one, she held her hand high. She didn't count. Do you know that crowd ate that whole entire match up alive at that point? That match was a disaster, bro. And the most egregious thing in that match was that it was for the title. It was for the championship. It was considered the main event. I know you haven't been watching in a while, but women actually main event these days. If you ain't been watching, they main event. And that was a main event, and that was a big spot. And Jade Cargill was supposed, everything was built for her to benefit, and it was a disaster. The wrestler's job, going back to Jade, when you in there with a wrestler, women or man, you are supposed to be protecting them, no matter what the outcome is. Nia didn't do that. She hurt her. And when you hurt somebody in the match, you are fucking up. You're fucking up storylines and shit like that they wrote out. When you book, you gotta write a story to get to a pay-per-view and all that. You fucking up outcomes when you do that. and that gonna get you chewed out. So the referee was considered about to lose her job because she didn't count 3. Do you see what I'm saying? So going back to the booking, Jade, this was her opportunity, man. I think I told you this before. I say Belair's on the shelf. If Jade gonna be that star, gonna be her like she should be and could be, this was her chance. Because comparing her to Bianca Belair is it's a dream match. She Everybody know they want to see that particular match, but the match didn't happen because the company felt Jade wasn't ready. They wanted Jade to get as close as she possibly could to get on that level, that experience that we talk about, to get the experience to be in there with a big star. Bianca Belair learned it from scratch. She learned the in-ring psychology. She was in there with the likes of Sasha Banks, which they had the first 2 female main event at WrestleMania, her and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks was considered the ring general when that was going on. Bianca Belair took the mantle, went in there and fought Becky Lynch. Same thing, got that experience, and she morphed into what she is today. She became a bigger star. Make no mistakes about it. When you talk about the women, just when you talking about women wrestlers, the 4 horsewomen is Sasha, Charlotte, Becky, and Bailey. Those 4 is what everybody talk about, and they want to go through them to be the star. So when you're trying to make somebody up, you got to see them at the top. That's how everybody get developed. Rhea Ripley did it. You just name it. You know what I'm saying? So Jade, with her star quality, she can be in there with just about anybody she wants at this point. But the booking got to be right. And I just feel like if you're going to book her, I wouldn't put her in the main event seed, because now that she didn't win the title, you tried to make her win the title. So now it makes her her courage to look weak. You gotta pivot, and you gotta take her in another direction. And sadly to say, I would have to put her on the mid card. I think, matter of fact, I think a good opponent right now would be her and Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is the ring general. She don't need that fucking title. She got the star power. She got the household name. You know, she don't need a title. Jade Cargill, she need a title run because it'll get the fans behind her a little more, get them to believe a little more. So I just think she need to fall back and then probably resurface the main event sometime next year. I would do that. If you put her in any one of those main event scene matches and she don't win that title like she just didn't, you're crushing her. You're killing her push. And if you know she's not ready, go pivot and take her another direction, or you're gonna kill her her push. That's what I got on it.
I played 3 videos. All 3 of them essentially saying the same thing. You have people who exaggerate. Shout out to Fat. Appreciate your brother for pulling up. You have people who they stretch the truth. They take it further than what it is. They speak based on hate and envy and jealousy and stuff like that. I understand that part, right? We don't do that on this side of the internet. We don't. I thought I was looking out. I mean, as much as they shit on black wrestlers, you see the Hurt Business, they went to AEW. I watched MVP's breakdown of what happened. They don't fuck with black wrestlers for real, for real. They don't. You got to work 10 times harder to be successful on WWE's roster. I saw the botch. I saw what Nia Jax did. I don't even know why she still has a job. I don't. Why did you bring her back? I know she's The Rock's cousin, but fuck all that. She's a danger to the women in the fucking locker room. Why do y'all keep on bringing her back? And it's like, my thing is, first of all, chastisement is not the same thing as hating. We need to go ahead and clear that out the way. If I chastise you, it's because I love you, I fuck with you, I want to see you do better. If I'm hating on you, my nigga, I'm envious of what you have. I don't give a shit about who you are and where you're from. I don't care that you are a 20 times champion of anything, my nigga. I have my own motion. I do my own thing. I'm my own person. I've never tried to compare myself to anybody else's success. That's crazy. God gives everybody their own purpose. Why would I care about that? I don't operate from a superficial place. But yeah, the WWE don't fuck with black people like that, man. They never did. Why was Farouk never a main event guy? Why hasn't R-Truth ever been a heavyweight champion? Why the fuck did Kofi Kingston get squashed within 5 seconds of defending his title against Brock Lesnar? Why the fuck is Charlotte Flair a fucking 11-time champion? Why did Sasha Banks have to leave the company to get treated the way she felt she deserved? Appreciate you. Have a blessed one, bro. The shit is crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. And this is where I go ahead and shift and address the fans. Because you're the worst. The ones who worship and idolize celebrities, they can't do no wrong in your eyes. They can be disrespectful. They can be dismissive. They can be ignorant. They can be reckless. They can promote violence. They can say and do whatever the fuck they want. You don't have a problem with it. But as soon as somebody who don't have the same level of success as them say something against what they're doing, oh, you have a whole lot to say. Fuck all of you. How about that?
Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
Respectfully, of course. You guys are the type that will see somebody commit a crime and you will lie and protect the person who committed the crime. You're the type of person that will defend someone that don't know you, don't like you. You'll go to jail. You'll spend your life behind bars to defend somebody who don't even fucking like you, that don't know you at all. I can't stand you. I love y'all. I can't stand you. You're not my tribe. You're too biased. That woman can be the greatest, but she got too many yes men around her. She got too many people kissing her ass. Too many people lying to her. Yes, she's better than what she was in AEW. that still doesn't negate the fact that she would be better than what she is now if you would have respected the craft, respected the ring, respected the people who get in the ring. Natalia should be a 20-time women's champion, my nigga. If we being completely honest, Natalia should be number one on Mount Rushmore of women. Natalia takes the craft so she has so much respect for it. She's probably the one woman I know that has protected everybody that she's ever been in the ring with. I have not heard one negative thing about her breaking somebody's nose, breaking their neck, or no shit like that. She has a respect for the business that a lot of y'all don't. And a lot of these women in the company don't have the same level of respect for it. The people who are booking them don't have the same level of respect for it. You're impatient. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. You keep rushing everybody into a position that they should not be in yet. Tiffany Stratton is not a women's world champion. Jade Cargil should be, but she's not ready to be. Let's say she would have won the match. Let's say right now she is currently the champion. Could Jade Cargill carry a 1 hour match, a 30-minute match with someone with more experience than her in a match? Matter of fact, scratch that. That's too easy. Could Jade Cargill carry a 30-minute match with someone with less experience than her? Could she call it? Could she call the spots? Can she protect these people? If you say yes, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. And if I'm wrong, let's go ahead and put it to the test. Go ahead, put her in the ring with someone. Put her in the ring with anyone. Matter of fact, nah. That's to put her in the ring with Charlotte Flair. Iron Woman's match. Put her in the ring with Sasha. Put her in the ring with Trish Stratus. Put her in the ring with someone who knows what the fuck they doing. And let's see what happens. Y'all fans be doing too much, man. Way too much. You're pathetic. You're sad. Sacks of meat. Oh, you thought because I didn't respond or because I didn't give a whole bunch of pushback that it, first of all, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's content. Guess what? She's not inviting you to her house for dinner. You're not going out for lobster. You're a fan. You'd be lucky if she likes anything that you says. Oh, pick me, pick me, pick me. I hope she answers me. I hope she responds to me. You came to defend her. You're just as corny as the comment that was made. Do you want to say anything? Because I'm getting ready to address the comment.
I mean, one thing I was gonna put on it, man, is going back to when we came here today, talk about Jade, man. We're not gonna sit here and act. I mean, now from a fan's point of view, I'm gonna say this: from a fan's point of view, because I like watching. I like the development of the women wrestling today. And I like the idea of Jade coming from AEW to WWE from a fan point of view because of the different scenarios that they teased when she came over there, the different match scenarios. Yeah, I get frustrated because you know you got something special here. You can make a lot of drawing. You can draw a lot of money with Jade with this one and that one and the third because she was in AEW and now she's not. But it's not that simple because you mentioned somebody like a Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is at the top of her game. She been in there with some of the best ever to ever do it, and just with her alone, she's not going to entertain a match with Jade, especially a match of big magnitude, of big drawing power and attention, if she don't feel like she's safe in the ring with her. Because is this wrestler safe to work with? Take somebody like Gunther. He was in there with Goldberg. He don't fucking get in a ring with Goldberg, the star power of Goldberg, if his ass ain't safe. It's not gonna happen. Goldberg not even gonna sign up for that. So that's the way it works. Goldberg damn near broke Undertaker's neck in the dream match they was supposed to have because he was hot and he botched the move. So we're not gonna sit here and act like botches never happen in the company because it has. We spoke on Nia Jax. We spoke on Goldberg. Hell, Ronda Rousey got a lot to say these days because she's not in the company. They used her star power. She was a star power, and then brung it to the wrestling ring from the octagon. But like we saying with Jade and like all the other women that's learning the craft and stuff, it's a certain psychology and stuff that Ronda Rousey had to kind of master. If you're gonna be in the ring and draw money with Charlotte and Becky, like that, you got to be able to master this shit. And she grew frustrated with certain things about the company, and now she's on the sideline. So it didn't pan out the way she thought. My thing is with Jade, she's she's just the next obstacle. She's just the next project that WWE is no different than Roman Reigns. It's no difference than the man you can't see because he going out, John. You got certain people that got it, that's gifted, because we are talking about mechanics. We are talking about in-ring prowess. Certain people can pick it up, like a Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton, and then there's certain people that they got something different to offer, like Mike Work, some of the best talkers. So all I'm gonna say on Jade is that we're not asking you on here, Jade, to be a wrestling machine. We not saying that. I know I'm not saying it. I'm just saying you have to have some form of ring psychology because like my man pointed out, I watched matches that you botched. You clearly botched. And it was just a matter of remembering spots. And you got somebody like Natalia, like you mentioned, she's training. She's actually training the young women to be, what I'm saying, wrestlers one day. The wrestling kids, wrestling daughters. She's training them. So it's really nobody better to learn how to do this from her. So I just think when it comes down to it, you know, she could be one of the biggest stars ever. I think she got a chance to. She's not in my top 10 right now, but you got a couple wrestlers that's in the top 10 that she need to be in the ring with right now. And unless she gets over this and learn this psychology, she's gonna keep running into those same roadblocks that's holding her back. But from a fan standpoint, like I stated, it's frustrating seeing the potential that she got and the star power that she already has, and not seeing these dream matches take place. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what they gonna do, but yeah, I think it can happen. I think it's gonna happen.
Formally. Likewise. Likewise. Have a seat. Have a seat. Get comfortable. We'll we'll start here in a second. I want to say thank you for seeing me. A lot has been going on over the last couple of days, and somebody they recommended me. Okay, so I normally don't go see therapists, but I thought I'd try it out this time. Hey, no problem. Hey, that's what we're here for, right? To get to the bottom of the problems. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about what's going on? Okay, well, where do I even begin? Honestly, I think it's just I'm losing my mind. I don't know if it's just me or if it's these people, these human beings, man. They seem to have a unhealthy obsession with celebrities and people who have blue checks and get on airplanes and all types of I don't know. I don't know. This shit is kind of weird to me. And do you understand where I'm coming from? Well, Mr. Johnson, I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna need you to understand that humans are really fickle. They don't have a lot of self-control over themselves. So, well, help me to figure this out, cause my nigga, these people are fucking weird, bro. Like everybody on the internet reports, reacts, comments day in and day out. People troll, people harass, people gaslight, people complain. That's all you see on the internet. But for whatever reason, it seems like all of these people want to come after me for an opinion that I had, especially a specific one. People can't take critique anymore. Everybody is sensitive. Explain that, Doc. Let me know. Talk to me. I need answers. Welcome to the real world. There are just some folks that you will never please. There are just some folks that no matter what, they will always be sensitive. They will never understand. And as long as they worship and idolize other human beings, you will always be a victim to them, or a suspect, or guilty, or a problem, or guilty. That's just the law of the land. The best thing that I can. Miss Cargill, what you do, many can't. And I want to give you a round of applause for that. You're living your dream. You know, you're doing something that a lot of people wish they could. They're not physically capable of doing it. or they don't have the resources, or they don't have the connections. And I congratulate you on all your success and all your happiness and all the joy that comes with your career. I hope and pray that the doors continue to open for you. As soon as you get that title, I will be one of the first to congratulate you. 1000%. But let's get something understood. And I want to be as transparent as possible. What you said to me as a Black woman, completely disrespectful, highly unprofessional. For you to be in the position that you're in, to respond to me in the fashion that you did, not a good look. You can say whatever you want about me. That's cool. Doesn't deny the facts. Doesn't change anything that was said by multiple sources. You are an embarrassment to Black women. You got everything going for you. You stoop down to hood booger levels. Your response was toilet. Your response was abysmal. Your response was absolute garbanzo. I expect that out of Sexy Red. I expect that out of stereotypical baby mothers who are bitter and angry at their worthless fathers. I expect that type of response from someone who is used to going to jail. I expect that response from someone who is a streetwalker or someone who doesn't have any common sense. I expect that type of response from someone who has absolutely no emotional regulation or control over their self. That was a mediocre response. How old are you? This is how you respond. This is how you communicate with people who have any type of criticism towards you. Will you have that same attitude towards your master? When Vinnie Mac, oh yeah, when Vinnie Mac pulls out that strap and he pulls that whip out and he tells you to go pick that cotton, you're going to have the same energy towards him? Are you going to have that same attitude towards him? Do you have that same level of unprofessionalism towards the people who sign your checks? Do you have that same level of professionalism against Donald Trump? Do you have that same level of professionalism against the people who really are the enemies? So you can say it be your own kind, but that's why I titled it the way I did, because it really does be your own kind. Every time a Black man says anything towards Black women, This is how y'all respond, and this is how you react to black men. Pathetic. Your response was pathetic. It was childish. That is not becoming of a champion. It's not. You're the type to ignore an hour and 20 minutes of a conversation that gave you admiration, gave you critique, highlighted your good and your bad. You will ignore every good thing that was said here and only focus on the negatives. Why? Because that's who you are. Your character is trash. I said it and I stand on it. Who do you think you are? Your character is trash. Nothing within the video was disrespectful to you in the ways in which you responded. That was not merited whatsoever. Your fans are a reflection of you. I will go to sleep very well tonight. I won't have anything else to say other than congratulations once you win the title. Once you win the title, I hope and pray that you can live up to the expectations that the entire world wants from you. Everybody wants to see you break records. Everyone, including me. I want you to feed your family. I want you to take care of all your responsibilities. I want you to be the best champion that you could be. And in due time, I hope that your character changes over time. And when you reflect on this interaction, as brief as it is, because I ain't nobody to you, I'm just a toothless, fake chain wearing black nigga from wherever. They ain't got no business talking to you. Once time has lapsed over, you've won your titles and you've flown all over the world and you've gotten to hang out with Bow Wow and all these people. I hope that one day you remember how you spoke to another black man, how poorly you handled the situation. Your fans are pathetic. The whole situation was unnecessary. It did not have to go the way that it did. Mind you, I left you a message in your inbox. I apologize to you about my approach. You took it the way that you took it. I extended the olive branch. You know it. I know it. Nobody else but me, you, and God know. After I dropped my post, I sent you a DM. And I was very concise and specific about what I said, how I felt, and I stood on what I said within the message as well, while also apologizing if you were offended. You had your fans and your company come to my page to attack me. And you call yourself a champ. And you call yourself someone of excellence. You call yourself this figure for women. But you would allow your audience to come and harass somebody for their opinion. I have no respect for you. I want you to be the best that you can be. But as of right now, I have absolutely no respect for you. And I'm pretty sure you don't have any for me. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been able to speak to me in which way you did. But I do wish you the best. And I hope WWE gets it right, because the women's division to me is trash. All of it. I've seen Becky Lynch botch. I've seen a lot of reports of some of these Asian women injuring people. If I'm not mistaken, Liv Morgan is out because one of these women injured her. Just because I don't watch every day does not mean I don't see. And just because I haven't watched in years does not mean I don't know wrestling. I know wrestling. Probably know it far more than you do. Mind you, you went from playing basketball to jumping into the ring. I've been in the ring since I came out the ring. So I meant my apology. I did. You took it out of context. But a lot of black women do it. A lot of women do it in general. You hear what you want to hear, and then you get bothered by it, and then you snap and you crash out on people without really truly understanding what the message actually was within the context of which was being put out there. I appreciate your response. I appreciate you for giving me any type of attention whatsoever. You didn't have to do that. If you got anything you want to say before we close out, go ahead, brother.
All right, you good? You good though? You good?
I'm good. I'm great.
All right, that's wonderful. Where should I start? I'm gonna close with this. When it comes to Jade Cargill, will she be the WWE Women's Champion one day? Well, we're gonna see. We'll see. I mean, me personally, I do want her to get that done. Her to achieve her goal. That's her goal. That's what she put on that post. That she's going to be the champion. And in order to be the champion, you got to be the champion to be a champion. And when that gets done, then I think that would be her crowning moment. That would be her achievement when I could say she officially, crossed over as a performer, and she's one of the elites. Now I can't really put her as an elite right now because we have different standards, and we got game changers in that division. We got game managers in that division, and then unfortunately, watches we got game disasters. So which one is her? You see what I'm saying? So we gotta find out. The story is yet to be written. But do I want to see her win it? Yeah, uh I think WrestleMania will be a good time for her to win it. That's the best show that they put on. And I think WrestleMania upcoming year is gonna be in Vegas again. So you gotta go back down through there in Vegas. And if we can get her in a program um for the championship, yeah, I want to see her win it. I mean, look at, like you brung up Naomi. Look at Naomi. Pivoted from what she was going through. She haven't had the title in what, 8 years or so. So now that she was a champion this year, she was elite. Belair, she was getting crowned a lot. You know, we mentioned Sasha. Sasha with them 10 titles. She what she's doing is she's taking women's wrestling and she taking it all around the world and putting the light on it. When she's not trying to stay in one particular bubble, she's trying to venture out. She want the world to know about women's wrestling, and you just gotta respect her passion. I mean, you could strip all the belts away, like you said, fuck them belts. Her passion is really second to none. You gotta have a passion to be the best in whatever you do. Going back to this show getting started, it started at 316. You see the shirt. This guy right here is considered my GOAT. No question about it. He is my GOAT. And one of the things that he always said, in the era, you can go play it back, is that if you're not in this company, if you're not in the damn business of wrestling to be the number one person in the industry, then why the hell are you in here? You shouldn't be in here. If you ain't trying to be the champion, you need to get the hell away from this. This is Jade Cargil, reality check. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to get it together. You got a lot of star power behind you. You got hella aura when you come out there. You got it all, but you don't got the championship yet. Will you get it? Time gonna tell. But like I just said, if you're not in this business to be the number one woman in the industry, then I don't know why you signed up. Because everybody that I watched over the last 10 years, they actually wanted to be the number one woman in the industry. I've seen that with my eyes. I looked at that. So I know what I'm talking about. You got to have a hunger, you got to have a passion, and you got to have a desire. If you want to be in there with the Charlotte Flairs, the Becky Lynch, and Rhea Ripley's, the Belairs, Bailey, Sasha Banks of the world, you gotta want this. And if you don't want it, then it's gonna be somebody that's gonna step right over you. They're gonna get that opportunity, and they gonna take the ball and go somewhere else with it. The opportunity of your window, every time they put you in that spot, is closing. It's getting shorter and shorter. So make the best of your opportunity and get the job done. When you get in that spot again, close the deal. Be the champion. Be what everybody wants you to see. They want you to achieve it. Just do it. Like the commercial, just do it. And back to you, sir. Going back to that post, you know, going back to the comment that was made, you know, it be your own people. It's sad. I'm gonna go back to that. It do be your own people. We gotta learn. We gotta learn as a people that you gotta learn some motherfucking customer service, man. People gotta watch how they talk to other people, and they gotta watch and be professional, and they gotta have a respectful tone when it comes to talking to folks, man, because stuff can get misinterpreted just like that. Texts get taken the wrong way. Messages come out, be said, you can't take them back. You know what I'm saying? And then people take it and run with it. All I'm saying is, whether you the CEO or whether you the janitor in the damn room, we need that. We need that love, that eye level, that we need that respect to go both ways. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what people need to relearn, and they need to practice that, male and female. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to talk down on nobody because you got a certain status or this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold yourself to the same respect as you want, and you gotta give that shit. Because if you don't give it, then you're inviting a lot of disrespect to come your way. So I'm going to put that on the table today. I'm going to go down through there and put it on the table. Customer service, please. We like to keep it between the lines on this side. Customer service. People need to practice that on a daily basis, because there's people out here that would listen to some shit somebody spew, and they'll go ahead down through there with you and then get it out the way. So we don't want no confusion on this side. We want everything down the middle, some understanding. We want mutual respect. That's all we ask, and if we can't get that, then yeah, we know where we at. So that's what I got on that customer service part. But other than that, saying you could be number one. You could be number one. They wouldn't have brung you from AEW to WWE if the company didn't feel the same way too. Because I know the fans ate it up. So if you want to be number one, go be fucking number one. You don't got to entertain nobody. We watching. I know I am. I'm looking.
Real talk. Hey, we back on later, 8 o'clock. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. I appreciate everybody who pulled up. And again, I wish you the best. No ill intentions, nothing like that. It's sad. It's very sad. It's like realizing Santa Claus isn't real. Like if I would have approached Stone Cold Steve Austin at an event or some shit, and he would have kind of shrugged me off, or he was like rude or some shit, I would have been like, damn, that's fucked up. I got him on my Mount Rushmore. This is what I would have been like, dang, all right, well, like, but I digress, man. See y'all later on, 8 o'clock. Tap in if you in the building. Appreciate y'all for the support. Peace.
Customer service now. Customer service.
If I'm a one-hit wonder, at least I got one, huh? At least I got something, really ain't me. The beat bumping, one song could change lives. Let's see something, one joke could save lives. We gon' keep coming, keep functioning, something out of nothing. Ball-wise, I'm top 300, get your favorite artist. I'll chop it up with mutton if they haters. Your ghost could be bludgeon if they for real. We getting money, subtract BS minus Negroes, cutting everything authentic. Stupid shit I did it, punishing myself like my mom prison. No questions, no tea, not lifting. One time for tea.